If you guys would like to get yourself some official Simpzy merchandise, check out my Spreadshirt link in the description below for t-shirts, hoodies, mugs and cups. If you do make a purchase, send me a photo on Twitter, but regardless, let's get stuck into the video. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. Here today on the channel, we're going to be starting a brand new series. We're going to be playing as Japan. Domi arigato, Mr. Roboto. So guys, if this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. So we're going to be playing as Japan on the Road to 56 mod. We're going to be starting on the 1st of January 1936 and we're going to be playing as Japan. Let's get stuck into the series, guys. Haven't actually played as Japan before in Hearts of Iron, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and opinions for the series, suggestions on where you would like me to expand and whatnot. Let's get a good discussion in the comment section down below. I'll put in the description below as well the mods I'm running for this series. I'm going to be using the Chaos AI, which was for the modern day mod originally, but it has been obviously updated for the Road to 56, the World War II scenario. So let's watch the fire rise. Okay, guys. So, we are playing on 1.5 Cornflakes as well, the new update for Hearts of Iron. So, you're going to see some new additions, like stability here, war support, and command power. Now, I'm not actually using the Waking the Tiger DLC. To be perfectly honest, guys, from what I've seen, it's not worth your money. To be perfectly honest, you're better off waiting for mods which are free to scratch that itch. Like, there are already mods that allow you to play as the Holy Roman Empire. That is one of the new features, and have a Civil War Kaiser. I just feel like Paradox aren't quick enough to get their DLCs out. That there's so many great mods. It's not worth that $10 American, that $10. Also, there's some Argentina mods as well. They've also, the thing is, right, also, one of the new key units was bicycles. I'm obviously playing as Japan, so I actually get them. But there's already a mod on the workshop which allows every country to have bicycles. So I'm going to be able to play that DLC. I just feel like it's not worth your money. Hey, if you want to support the developers and you want to see, I don't know, if you want to just sort of flesh out the game, you got the money, by all means. But to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. That's what I'm just saying. That's my 10 cents on that, especially on release. Like you might as well just wait maybe for a couple of months as well when it goes on sale. But I just feel like the mods just sort of scratch that itch already. Now I'm going to be playing as Japan with mods. I'm not got the Waking Tiger DLC. I'm playing on Road to 56, and I'll put in the description below as well the mods. So let's get stuck into the Japan series. It's going to be a lot of fun. So obviously, as playing as Japan, I want to be the united force in Asia. I will be going fascist in this series, and I will be sort of chumming up to Hitler. I might even join the Axis very well, but at the end of the day, I want to create my own, the Empire of Japan, the Empire of Japan, the Empire of the Rising Sun. So first things first, we want to attack China. We want to get rid of all these squabbling Chinese nations and unite China under one banner. We could very well puppet a lot of these factions, but we'll just have to see. Then we have to focus, of course, against the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Trotsky's allies. We've got Joseph Stalin at the helm. I also want to heavily be influenced in Europe. I want to have at least a full division of Japanese troops fighting here, which will be a lot of fun. I might even try and flip some of the Scandinavian countries. I could even well take some land for myself, but I definitely want to be fighting and helping out Hitler. Like, I want to be sending thousands upon thousands of Japanese divisions. Also, of course, I want to have half of the United States to myself, have the West Pacific states of America. That's what I really want. So this is sort of the plan for the series. If that sounds to your liking, subscribe if you're new around here to stay tuned for future videos. Okay, so let's start off here. We're playing as Hirohito, of course. Okay, so we are currently 45% fascist. We need to change that. 24% democratic. Yikes. We're currently on limited conscription, limited exports, and partial mobilization. Now, decisions, events and decisions are a new update, which I've already, like, all this stuff here, I haven't even bought the Waking Tiger DLC, so most of this stuff is actually for free in Cornflakes 1.5. So, we've got war propaganda here. We can test the Soviets. These are some of our operations. Improve work. Probably the political stuff we probably want to go for. Peace promise, no. Anti-democrat raids is probably a good idea. We probably want to ban communism. Institute press censorship. That's not too bad. And get motorcycles. Let's get bicycles here. So, that research has been finished. So, we can actually get bicycles in-game now. There's not really much else we can do here until we get our political power up. Research-wise, I want to go straight, of course, into production and construction along with engineering, and then basically with this third tech, you do whatever you want. In Hearts of Iron, guys, industry and engineering, especially in the early game, 1936, is your bread and butter. You need to have a strong industry if you're going to be able to have a mighty empire, of course. So looking at some of these things, well, Type 11444, that's awesome. I've never actually played as Japan, so we'll go through some of the unique equipment. We'll go with weapons and equipment firstly. So here we go. We've got support companies here as well. Armor. Japan's just like such a unique faction. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just like charging in the Pacific, trying to take all of it. And I really want to have some European conquest. So here's some of the tanks, of course. Type 95, IO, Naming, STB-4. Armored skirts as well. Artillery-wise, we've got some armored cars and armored artillery. Sumdia. That looks cool. Type 94 anti-tank. Land doctrines as well. I think we're going to go with mobile warfare. I think that's probably my best bet. I don't know what the max population of Japan is. Oh, okay. So hang on a minute. We've got 1 million manpower, and what percent are we at? 2.5. And that can go well up to service by requirement, which is 10. So 5-10 million, we can get more. So it's probably not a bad. I still think the mobilized doctrine is still the best way to go with those blitzkrieg strikes. You know what I mean? That's what I prefer. But to be honest, we could nearly go with mass assault. I never usually go down. I think this is more sort of like Soviet sort of stuff. Navy-wise as well, want to have a big dominant navy. We're going to have to protect our islands. The only problem with the thing is, right, just how Japan naturally is. It has a lot of islands occupying their territory, which is a pain. You'd nearly demolish the ports so that people can't, like, navally invade in. Fighters-wise as well, we want to get those kamikaze pilots in industry. Then we've got those extra Road to 56 tech. Okay, let's have a quick look at diplomacy. So who really likes me? Manchukuo, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Italy, Austria there as well. So trade-wise, we're only currently producing for oil. We're going to need oil in this series, like, massively. Looking at China, we're never going to get enough oil from China. We're going to get a lot of steel. We're going to get a lot of tungsten and chromium by the look of it. Excuse me. So we're going to be sorry about that, guys. I'm coughing and bloody spluttering here. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to need a consistent supply of oil. So I think going with Venezuela, they're fascist, trying to get as much oil from them as possible is probably not a bad idea. So let's get those two done. We've got no aluminium. Yeah, we need aluminium as well. Probably more so rubber, because we've only got a limited amount of civilian factories, because we haven't even decided to build any just yet. So where's a good place of rubber to get from? Probably Brazil is probably our best bet. They're going to be definitely one of the countries I'm going to want to try and boost. We've only got 4 more factories here. Let's get some aluminium then, and let's get it from Germany. Let's get these from Germany. And what else have we got here? We're actually got a pretty decent surplus there, so we'll leave it at that for the time being. Let's build some civilian factories here as well in Japan, because I want to be able to get that trade up. But then pretty much after that, we want to focus on military. We want to try and get as many of them done. So let's quickly switch over to military. Okay, so we've got a lot of island chains here where we can build stuff, which is fantastic. Okay, production-wise. Now, they've actually done the production. Also, hopefully there's no sort of game-breaking bugs in this, because Obviously, when the update comes at 1.5, there are a lot of mods that I'm kind of using that are somewhat outdated, more so like the UI mods and some stuff. So they've actually, obviously, the mod developers don't have time to update to the new version of the mod. So a couple of them down here, but they've restructured this massively. This was always a pain in the ass production in the old Hearts of Iron. So basically, I wonder if that new... I haven't even tested this out. There was a new update in 1.5. It might have been the Walking Tiger that you can attach aeroplanes to divisions, like fighting divisions. Can you actually do that? No, maybe not in this. You can actually, like, specifically, right, if we wanted to hit this port here and hit them hard, get our tanks to go for it, you can actually attach an air force to come with the tanks and do covering fire and support. Okay, where were we in production? So, as you can see here, this is just the default now. Infantry equipment, we want to try and get a lot more of that up. But you can actually go times 10 and make that smaller. So that actually makes this a hell of a lot easier for me. But we'll keep it now because we're not actually going to go plus 10 just yet. Support equipment we want to go for as well. Towered artillery's fine. Torpedo, I'm actually okay with the interwar bomber stuff because we want to try and keep this stuff up. Wow, we are pumping a lot of stuff here into submarines, which we probably don't want to do. We also got to rally up our air force as well. This is going to take a little bit. Okay, we really want to focus on submarines, I think. Submarines for Japan. Also destroyers, maybe somewhat heavy cruisers and battle cruisers. We're going to really want to try and contend with the American Navy, which is going to be a huge problem for us. At the moment, infantry equipment-wise, I'm happy. We've got a light tank coming on here as well. I want to keep with our interwar bomb. We want to sort of keep torpedo bombers and interwar bombers there as well. Okay, recruitment-wise, I want to have light tanks eventually to medium tanks, I think. But we really want to have a solid Japanese division here. Okay, so what we want to do is get some infantry. I think our best bet is trying to get... Yeah, okay. So we're probably going to have to get our recruitment from Nagasaki. I think that's probably our best bet. Also, in Hearts of Iron, they've added unique titles and... Oh, okay, so you can actually choose the name. So these are actually nickname of some of the companies. Cole, Yoda. Oh, the Yoda division. That's hilarious. Okay, let's get some armor here as well. And there's probably not a bad idea. These horses, no, they're not actually the bicycles, no. So let's get some armored infantry here as well. Excellent. Marines will leave for the time being. I don't think I actually want to do too many naval invasions as Japan, but we might do because we just might have to in the end. So we'll keep that up. Hopefully we can get those divisions up and running. Logistics wise, yeah, we are still very early days in our war effort. I think chucking a couple of these onto those light tanks and towers is probably not a bad idea. And then just let the rest go for rifles. National focus wise, Japan's national focus tree. So we've got a couple of options here. We can go expansion of the north. We can slowly make our way down to leading towards the Axis. That's probably what we want to do. This helps with our navy. This sort of puts contention with the Soviets. Thing is, right, I want to take China myself, so it's probably not a bad idea. Found our own faction. Okay. I want to join the Axis first, though, I think. Maybe going down here, spiritual mobilization, maybe getting this research slot here is probably not a bad idea. And then potentially just getting... yeah, better quality stuff within Japan. So let's go with spirit mobilization, which gives us recruitable population by 2.5. Are you kidding me? That's going to give us another 1 million men. Now, speaking of my men, we're going to have to go through this motorized. Oh, we need the motorized here. We haven't researched it just yet. That's fine. So at the moment, we've got a lot of divisions in Manchukuo itself and in Korea. So what I want to do is basically move this in... oh, God, how can I do that? Move this entire army here, practically. And we want to go with the Mongol Political Committee and deal with them quickly. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of new icons here in this 1.5 update. You can sort by, of course, attack, defense, planning, and speed. We're going to go with Tom here. Tomoyaku. We could... oh, okay, the promotion's unavailable. That's fine. So, what we'll do is we'll pop you on the front line here with the Mongol Committee. and they're going to be our first target. Let's make an offensive line here as well. So let's let everyone here slowly but surely make way. I'm going to negotiate with my puppet Manchukuo and get some divisions. They're going to send me 9 reinforcements, which is going to be massive. I have no ambition to go to war with the Soviets for a while. We don't really want to contend with the Red Army until Hitler kind of wants to do so. Okay, so let's move all that there. Also, guys, like I said, naval invasions are going to be the bane of my existence, because as you can see here, we've got so many little shitty islands down here, which practically aren't going to be that good. Like, the United States have Guam here. So, the United States, the AI obviously just loves to naval invade. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to individually try and... Well, Japan is crucial. We can't lose Japan, the homeland itself. Korea is probably not too bad. So, what we're going to have to do... is we're going to have to make sure every single one of these divisions is on a port, because the thing is, right, okay, you can see here this is tying up probably 15 divisions, 10, 15 divisions. You can move them off and then move them to Japan and help in China. But in doing so, if the AI manages to take this island, or maybe Okinawa, they can navally invade Japan easier. So... it just sucks. Like, what you would do, you'd abolish the port. So if they navally invaded, they wouldn't have the supply to push out. That's what you would do. But strategically for Japan, we're probably going to have all these divisions permanently tied up in the Pacific. Okay, so what I've gone and done is I've given the order of the majority of my troops to rally up here in the port of Pusan. As well, I've also made this orange company down in the south. They're going to be my sort of dinghy support in orange. I've also rallied up my air force. My air force is currently a capacity of roughly around about 800 fighters. They're currently over in Manchukuo. We're going to be hitting our first target here. As well, with my navy, I'm trying to get everyone to rally up at Tokyo so I can form up basically and just try and rally up everyone, so that should be good. So let's actually start the end of turn. We're actually going to be making some movement here now. Okay, so we've actually got a decision to be made already. Yeah, add that bicycle tech. Huh. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe the mod doesn't work. I'm confused now. Regardless. Okay, so we got our first news event. Bulgaria has been lifted, the restrictions upon them. Okay, cool. So we have enough command power now to finally upgrade we'll promote my commander here. Where are you, mate? Yeah, we want to promote you now so you can have... that didn't work. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that one, guys. I sort of had to get my head around the new sort of command structure system, because, okay, so we can actually... Right, okay, so we can actually have a Field Marshal command armies instead of individually do it. You probably get better bonuses, but there's probably no harm in individually doing it. You know, it's sort of a little bit more easier. What I wanted to do was promote my commander so that we could charge. Now, they've also added this new mechanic in Hearts of Iron, which is it's really good in my opinion, that Field Marshals just can't just randomly travel all over the world. They have a 15-day time limit to move them. So as you can see here, we've got a couple here that are taking like 15 days to get here. We should be able to hit the Mongol Political Committee quite easily. So we've got our Air Force operating in the area. So we have roughly about 60 troops here in China ready to attack. Now I've also fixed up my defense, my home defense force pretty much. We've got 23 divisions tied up, which sucks because it's quite a bit, but we'll be alright. I've also rejigged my navy. We have 185 ships with Yamamoto here. And then we've got Jiz Baro Oz. Oh, Jiz Oz. Oh, that's perfect. What a great name. So what we'll do with you then is we want you to go with Convoy Escort in the Sea of Japan. So I want you to pick up the Sea of Japan, the Yellow Sea, and China. And then at a moment's notice, we can flip over to Search and Destroy. There's no way that most of these smaller kingdoms are going to be able to hit Korea. So I haven't bothered actually putting too many points. But the thing is with Korea is, it's only got one port. So even if they navally invade like 5 divisions in these points up here, they're going to get absolutely slogged down with the terrain. That's why it's so like useful to have a limited number of ports. Okay, so we've got the Japanese home fleet here as well. And from now on, I'm going to have From now on, I'm going to be having my ships automatically go into Jizz's army here. So we'll occupy just basically our territories in Japan. But like I said, man, like 23 divisions have been tied up in the Pacific here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to hit the Mongol Committee. We're going to have our first war of the series. Go, 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 gadget. Where we can. They're a puppet of China. I didn't even notice that. Well, shit. Looks like we're going to be going to war with China straight up then. Probably should have checked that. To be fair, they might not come in. They will do, I reckon. Yeah, now we're at war with China. Oh, well. That's alright. We'll quickly flick this over, then we'll get rid of them. Well, now we're at war with China. Incredibly early on. That's alright, though. I'd rather get sort of this series clack-a-lackin', if I do say so myself. So hopefully we don't get too navally invaded here. We'll quickly finish them off. Right, now why aren't we charging over the top here? Oh, we need a field marshal in, do we? Now I'm just so confused. Okay, right. So now I know what the fuck's going on. So a bit of miscommunication has led China to get into a better position. So they've done the Chinese United Front, which isn't good. They currently have air support over China, and we've got some naval combat going on, which we should be able to win quite convincingly. I thought it was something to do with my field marshals as to why we couldn't attack, but I reckon it's Manchukuo. Yeah, I reckon that's what it is. I reckon, because we're technically in their lands. Yeah, we haven't called them. Oh, this has been redone as well. That's alright, we've still got the Italian-Ethiopian war going on. So now they're going to be able to charge. Yes, here we go. We're going to be able to finally have a crack, because we actually lost some ground there, because I wasn't expecting them to hit me. So let's rejig these guys. Oh, wow, we can't go there. Yeah, that's what we sort of want. So now we're at war with China, which is fine. We'll be able to steamroll them in the north here. But if I knew we were going to be at war with China, I would have pushed further down here. But like I said, guys, never played as Japan before. I thought I would be able to potentially maybe take out some more guys. Xinjiang joins the Chinese front. Okay, contact the political committee. Recent actions have caused discontent. Our relations. Anything that can give us an advantage in this upcoming war. China becomes a puppet of Japan. Don't waste resources on something. Yeah, no, we want to take out Japan. We want to take out China for our own. We want to have it. We can obviously puppet it later on. The Soviets seem to be sending support to the Chinese front now. Decisions to be made. Offer surrender terms to China. Industrial approach. Building slot. We want to save up for probably political stuff. I want to be able to get my fascism up a bit. We're slowly but surely making our way to Beijing. It looks like we're going to be able to take it. On the 26th of February, a group of young military officers attempted a coup. The coup failed. Purge them. Kodar launched a military coup. Wow, okay, we're 75% fascism now. Okay, we must, the violent practice must be stopped. Okay. We're slowly but surely making our way through China now. Fall of Beijing, excellent stuff. It's going to be a tough fight. I didn't think like we'd be fighting the United Front so early on. We've only lost 16k, they lost 35. We've nearly taken out the Mongols here. We're going to have to rally up at some point. Set up Chinese puppet in the North China area. Successful. Maybe there's a public government. Fight Chinese with Chinese. Too risky. Too risky, I think. I think I can do it on my own, to be honest. Huzzah! The Mongol political committee has capitulated. Fantastic. Okay, so we need to figure out a better way to get into the Chinese United Front, because at the moment here in the north it's going to be a slog. We really want to try and hit down the bottom end of Beijing. 5th of May 1936, and we're at war with China. Spanish Civil War is currently going on as well. Let's hope that the fascists win. I could send maybe some support over. I can't join the Axis, can I? No. Because I'm currently at war. I was just curious, we maybe could, I want to be able to launch some military interventions into Europe at some point. Like I said, maybe take some, I don't know, maybe take a European country for myself. We'll see how we go. But we're in the massive Chinese United Front fight now. So what are they getting reinforcements from? So we've got Soviet armor we're currently fighting, and just basically a united China. We're not doing too bad, seeing as I wasn't expecting a full frontal war. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to rejig this off camera. I really want to, like, because it takes ages, I want to make this the push, you know, like the spearhead down through here, while maintaining enough resistance so we don't get pushed. I think pushing down here is our best bet. We've still got a lot of naval conflicts going on as well. So we still currently occupy the East China Sea here in the Yellow Sea, so we're still protecting Japan as well, which is good. Okay, let's keep it up. So we've got a massive war going on here with the Tiger of China. Okay guys, so I've reformed the front line. I still think the offensive should come from the south. I've got my 10 divisions here with Tashol Nishon, or whatever his name is. He's going to be pushing the north. We've got Tan here, and then we've got Ken pushing in the south. So let's keep up the offensive now. Push some pressure back on them. Manchukuo sent me some more divisions. Well, we'll send them up there. Probably keep that. Like I said, I want to try and keep this 10 divisions in the north sort of to hold. We have 187 political power now. Limited conscription. We could go with. We got 1.7. That's probably not a bad. It's probably just better off just holding on. Can't change over our trade laws. I want to go with war economy, but yeah, it needs to be over 20% the world. Okay. What have we got here? Army offensive +5. That's probably what we're sort of better to go down into. We've got some decisions as well. War bonds is probably a good idea. Women in the workforce as well. I probably want to go with anti-democratic raids. Maybe even ban communism. And yeah, that's probably our best bet. We can actually offer surrender terms to China. Node man. Yeah. No, we don't want to do that. Alright, let's try and keep up the offensive. But it does seem to be working a lot in the south. Supply is going to be an issue for us, and especially we don't have that many rifles either. Ugh. I'm going to have to drop most of this off, I think, because we just can't seem to... We haven't... Yeah, we still need like 10,000 rifles a day to even get up. Support equipment's actually still ahead, but we need more rifles. I can't request any trade or anything. Still pushing in the south quite convincingly. Why are we got like attrition? I'm not entirely sure why, but my plan seems to be working. In theory, keeping these guys occupied in the north, because look at this, 13 supply. Tactically, there's not really a point of trying to hit it. No divisions in basic training. That's fine, because we want to try and keep on top of this rifle deficit. That's what we're really going for. But look at this, we're absolutely hemorrhaging down the east coast of China now. Whoa, 5 Ministers Conference. Let the army draw up most defense. Unlock northern expansion, southern expansion. What's the tree? Southern expansion. Right, okay, hang on, let me have a quick read of this. Okay, so this is like strike the US, pressure Siam. I don't particularly want to go down to that much stuff, because most of this stuff is rendered useless when I use the instant war goal mod, just to speed up the process. At this point in time in Hearts of Iron, there's no point in me waiting a month to attack someone. It's just a waste of time in the recording process. I think that's why I use that mod. I think we want to go with Axis leaning, because we get some really nice bonuses with the accents. So let's go with unlock northern expansion doctrine. That's what we want to go for. Okay. Was there another... yeah, oh, okay, Bulgaria's joined the Axis. Interesting. Well, we're pushing down against China now quite convincingly. How does the war sort of look? So To win, we need to capitulate China. Oh, okay. So we only need to take out China anyway. So there's no point of trying to take out Xinjiang and all these other blokes. We basically just need to push down this coast here and we win, and she's all over Red Rover. We still hold, obviously, naval supremacy in the Yellow and East China Sea. We have air support over the top continuing as well. And once you start a trickle, you cause a flood. And Japan are absolutely hammering down the east coast of China here. If we can take a couple more key territories, we're going to be laughing. At the moment, we're currently going for mobile warfare, excavation, field hospital as well. We want to try and help out our boys in the field. While doing so, what else can we upgrade? Keep that doctor and stuff up. Radio is probably not useful. Let's go with that. That's what we want. Okay, so we've still got Nanjing to take. But, like, there's no one there, so push that. You know what I mean? And keep, like, if there's no one there, push it. The empty tile sort of bug doesn't seem to go. Naval combat. Did that naval combat ever resolve? I think we just smashed them. Like, I wanted to actually know how much damage we did. We've got a light tank up there, not really doing too much. Let's go with that northern expansion then. How well are we doing at the moment? So we've still got a rifle deficit, but we've got support equipment, which is good. Drop that back off a bit and go back to our rifles. Okay, we've got political power. We've got some decisions to make. Emergency factory conversion. Oh, the Ethiopian and Italian war's over. Okay, we definitely want to go with anti-communism range. Yeah, let's go with that. And get those bikes in. I don't know why it didn't work before. How are we going trade-wise? We currently got a surplus, which is good. We're still making ground here. Oh, wow, we've just taken Qingdao. Pushed for the coast then with these guys. We'll be able to cut and kill them off. Push them back to the port, guys. Yeah, we still want to try and keep the offensive in the south. How well are we sort of going in this war, by the look of it? Okay, so we've lost 100k Japanese. It's currently 23% in favour of the aggressor. China's about to capitulate. They're currently at 23%. We should be able to get rid of China quite quickly. Okay, let's continue on. But the thing is with a faction, we can always make a faction... Oh, shit. We can probably nearly make a faction at any point. The river's going to be the pain there. I don't know how those sacks of shit managed to get themselves surrounded. Push for that. Oh, God. No. Oh, God, we just rescued them there. By bloody hell. Okay. I'm going to have to rejig the front line as well for another time. Because we've really expanded that. So I want to continue this offensive down in the south. Okay, cool. We're finally going to be able to edit some of our divisions. Because that's what the problem is. We haven't got this support artillery in. That's still a massive line there. Okay, so we'll put these recon guys in for the time being. Because we do have the power. Oh, wow. I want to try and... Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to try and rearrange them to actually light tanks, yeah. We want my units to be like that, yeah, that's what we want the light tanks to be. Oh, they're actually quite big, those truck units. Anyway, we've got to watch out for this, oh fuck, we've got to watch out for that flank there. Okay guys, welcome back. It's the 1st of March 1939. We've managed to take out the Chinese that were in that little peninsula near Qingdao. I think that's how you say it. We're on the footsteps of Nanjing itself, and China are incredibly on the back foot. Basically, I've got my white division, grey division, basically here. 24 divisions pushing down to the south. I've got my red division here with 24 troops sort of holding. They can push south if they want, but there's still a lot of Chinese resistance here. We've got 11 divisions up here sort of holding out as well, which is good. I might sort of, what I've sort of noticed is that these guys are actually ready to go. So we might sort of restructure this a bit. Oh no, that's not too bad. Most of these guys are level 3, level 4s and stuff as well. Okay. Maybe I should promote some of my generals if I can. Maybe. Anyway, let's keep up the offensive. We're doing quite well at the moment. Like I said, we're on the footsteps of Nanjing. We might as well actually try and take the capital. Yep, Nanjing has fallen. We're still pushing the offensive here. This Soviet armor is really doing a number on me. If we can swing around... Oh no, come on, come on, come on. Push for it. If we can surround that Soviet armor, because as you can see, it is absolutely running havoc against my men. Now put the pressure on to stop the supply. Let's get those Soviet tanks. I can't remember what movie it is, but I've seen a clip of it, where like this Japanese army charges this Soviet army infantry. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's such an awesome, like, shot scene. Set up Chinese puppeting. No. Too risky. No Chinese puppets. No. We want to get this Soviet armor done. You're done now. Skra. Scooter pup. Come on, Big Shack. The one and only. Hirohito, yep. So that's basically stopped that huge push. Like, it just shows you the quality of that Soviet armored stuff. It's just insane. Right, we want to upgrade our men where we can. At the moment, logistics-wise, we're still down by 5k, so there's no point in getting any more dudes just yet, because we can't actually actively repair. Go for that. Oh, there's a guy there. We can't actively just, like, resupply our men. But we're doing really well against the Chinese now. 1937. We're continuing the offensive quite convincingly. Let's continue down here. I want to try and take some territory where we can. We really need to focus on China, because as soon as China capitulates, that's it. She's all over Red Rover. All the other countries... Well, the Hindenburg disaster. No! The humanity. Alright, okay. So, we need to take... Chongqing is our next target. Now, we could go straight for it, have a spearhead sort of thing, but I still think we're probably better off taking these territories down on the coast, because we're going to be able to occupy a lot of these, even though we probably can't use them all. Let's drop that back down to 10. Yeah, we want to put a lot of our stuff into our rifles. That's what we're really going for here now. How's my doctrine sort of going? Yeah, we need to keep this doctrine effort up. Yeah, like I said, that Soviet armor, man, it's a killer. I get it. We border with the Soviets. I wouldn't want a huge fascist power right next to me. Right, we're currently at 5%. There's not really much else we can do with the war effort. That's why I've gone sort of down this sort of stuff of the tree. We might, you know what, it's probably not a bad idea just getting that 10% boost, because it kind of reacts as sort of a counter drift anyway. If you can get a guaranteed percent, go for Shanghai here. That's massive. We can get Shanghai. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. Uh-oh, that's not good. She's going to be one of the main division pilots. One of the, probably one of the main Air Force commanders for the States now. Damn it. Would have been better if she went missing, in my opinion. Okay, we're dancing them to the cliffs. To the hot gates. Alright. Finish that off and then redirect yourselves to the front line, because you're a little bit, like, really exposed here. Okay. So we've done that. There's maybe a little bit of push here. The thing is, we've got to protect our rear as best we can. We're doing really well against the Chinese. We have a rifle surplus now. Finally. We'll wait for it to get a little bit higher up, we can't get those additional stuff. Okay. Oh, wow, I didn't do the national focus. What can we go for here? Synthetic oil, industrial research. Yeah, we're actually still going down in industrial sides of the tech tree, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We're still doing it quite a bit. Okay, right. So at the moment, we can kind of see that the Chinese are stretched quite thin. I attacked pretty much early on as well. We've done incredibly well when I was just like, oh yeah, I didn't realize these were puppets of China. We swung around and have quickly taken up a huge offensive. We've done incredibly well. Right, my air force has swung down as well a bit. So I think we just need to sort of try and take as many of these key territories, but look, she's all over for the Chinese, I think. The tiger has been slain, and we're going to make some really nice Japanese medicine out of it, I guess. I don't know, what can we do with tiger claws and stuff? Because we're declawing them right now, to say the least. We'll take Nanchang, Changxi, and Chengdi. Okay, fair enough. Naval results. Oh wow, we actually had a battle there. China actually has some ships that we're engaging, which is fantastic. Resistance to occupation. That's fine. Most of it is on resistant. We could actually release the Korea. That could be something that we could do. Release Korea, then flip them over. Probably not. I don't want to risk them joining the Allied forces or something. Because that'd be typical, wouldn't it, if we freed them? Okay, we've taken a lot of China so far. If we can take out just these... Yeah, Nanqing. Just basically push where you can, guys. Keep going for it. There's actually more of an offensive up in the north when actually down here where they're stretched quite thin. I could try and put the pressure on all of them. We're actually not winning there. That's insane. Persia denies British access. Does that mean they're going to have a war? Huh. That could mean they war deck them. Keep pushing where you can, guys. We need a K. We really... You might be better off now actually sending a guy here, because we're quite on the precipice of capitulating China. I reckon if Quang Jing goes... Spread down this way, mate. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that charge. Through the mountains here. You're being cut off here. Oh, you did it. Now try and hold it. Oh, wow. It's torn. Oh, there we go. Enemy partisans. Oh, shit. Sporadic enemy partisans active behind our front line. They threaten our supply lines. No! That's not good. How have we not capitulated China, by the way? Like, as if. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series. And if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.